It's now my honor to introduce our senior speaker. Lauren Diaz is a journalism major from Lawrenceville. She is earning a minor in sociology and a certificate from the New Media Institute. During her time at the University of Georgia, Lauren has been deeply involved in campus organizations, including UGA Heroes, UGA Rescue Paws, and she served as a Grady ambassador. As an ambassador, she enjoyed speaking with prospective students and giving tours of Grady College. And I can attest to that because I've asked Lauren to do that dozens and dozens of times. Lauren has had the opportunity to study abroad through travel writing in Dublin and the UGA at Oxford program. From writing about coffee production to interviewing the owner of Faye's Irish Dancing Shoes, the official shoemaker for Riverdance, she leaves us prepared to gather interviews, get some B-roll, and collect natural sounds for her next story. After graduation, she anticipates working as a writer or editor at a news organization. Ladies and gentlemen, Lauren Diaz.
Graduates, hello. Graduates, friends and family, faculty, and distinguished guests, it is an honor to stand before you on this day of celebration. It's quite a surprise to me, as I'm sure it's a surprise to my parents who just found out I was speaking. As a Grady College ambassador, I was always asked two questions. The first question was, how do you not get lost inside the Grady building? I have to admit, as someone who is still trying to find the easiest way to get to the third floor, I do get lost, but I don't really have to worry about that anymore. The second question was, what is your favorite thing about Grady? Up to this moment, I had given a brief response because I knew that if I were to give the complete reason, I would go on and eventually start crying. My nose would get stuffy, my eyes would swell up, and that's just not a good look to have in front of a prospective student, right? But really, I would think about this question on the walks to class and during those late night procrastination sessions at the MLC. I would reminisce, hence the crying, and came to the conclusion that there's not just one thing I love about Grady. There are many. Some of us switched our majors from biology or finance, sorry Terry, and some of us knew exactly what we wanted to do from the start. Regardless of the circumstance, we came to Grady with a passion for storytelling, filmmaking, public relations, or advertising. From the day we received the email saying, "Congratulations on your acceptance to the Grady College," we hit the ground running, knowing that all the drafts we had written for our personal statement and all the emails we had sent to our pre-Grady advisors had paid off. We were finally home, and it was time to get to work. On our first day of classes as Grady students, we were observant. We looked around, spotted a few familiar faces. What we didn't know at the time was that the people within the room would be the people that we would laugh, cry, and share advice with for years to come. This was our new family, and it would only take communication law with Dr. Lee or Dr. Peters to realize that. From then on, we came together. On the first floor, some of us gathered to discuss upcoming film production, and on the fourth floor, others worked day in and day out, coding and designing for new media. Within those very walls, we applied for study abroad opportunities, emailed our professors after missing deadline, and had our resume critiqued for the 10th time. During our highs, we celebrated by ringing chapel bell, and during our lows, we reminded each other that something better was coming. It was during these times that we truly learned the importance of our Grady family, because we never let each other stay in those positions where we were too withered, too tired, or just too broken to continue. If we succeeded, we made sure that those who motivated and inspired us along our journey did as well. Most importantly, we pushed each other to fulfill tasks we never imagined possible. If you were like me, sometimes you hesitated about going after something because you were too afraid of failing. It was the very people within this room who taught me that it didn't matter whether I failed, it only mattered how I rose from it. Whether it took days, weeks, or months, we would always rise because we are Grady students. We were not taught to remain planted under the burden of what is or what could have been. We were taught to bloom and rise much stronger than we were before. We found a sense of confidence within ourselves that propelled us to apply for scholarships, internships, and job opportunities. We might not have always had the 4 years of experience that companies were looking for, but we knew we had something more to offer, and we went for it anyways. Here at Grady, we are surrounded by the brightest, most creative minds. Your hard work does not go unnoticed, but rather it inspires everyone who visits our college. During tours, I make sure to highlight all the accomplishments and tasks that you have poured your hearts into. You not only surprise yourself with your ability to succeed at what you do, but you inspire others who did not even think that was possible. So I make sure to tell prospective students who are interested in broadcast journalism about the groundbreaking stories Grady News Source publishes. I tell them about the Talking Dog Agency. I tell them about our EMST students who launched the industry. And I tell them about the work our students did at Summer at the Circus. It is no surprise that they are left speechless. Some of you will leave today knowing exactly where the road will take you. For others, that road might still be under construction, and you're not exactly sure how long it will take for you to reach your final destination. That is okay. If there's anything I have learned during my time at the Grady College of Journalism and Mass Communication, besides the fact that anything can happen in double overtime, it's that we are destined to succeed. We have each other, and most importantly, we have the help of our advisors, professors, and mentors who saw our potential from the start and want nothing more than to see us succeed. I mean, Ms. Cooper, I think I can speak for all journalism students when I say we couldn't have done it without you. And Dr. Peters, I'm sure you will regret that lifelong contract you signed with your students later down the road. Regardless of whether we arrive to Grady after a 36-hour plane ride from the Marshall Islands or a 50-minute drive from Lawrenceville, Georgia, we are and always will be family. Sure, we will always miss hearing Dean Davis whistling down the hallways, but in a way, we are never fully leaving Grady. A piece of us will always remain in the path where we took lunch breaks in between classes, and on the third floor where we enjoyed views of North Campus after our advising appointments. We left our impact on everyone who walked through our doors, and we will continue to do so for years to come. Congratulations, class of 2019. We did it.